Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace. Rest whenever you need to, modify, skip, change anything that's not working for you. Let's begin sitting today. If you have something you want to sit up on, you might grab it, cushion, blanket, block. We'll come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Start with eyes closed or a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. Taking these first few moments to slow down. Feeling what's right here, right now. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin with a side stretch. We'll take the right arm up and over. You can lean onto your left hand or elbow, reaching through the fingers, and then start to circle your arm back behind you as far back as you can. So you're exploring the full range of motion for this shoulder. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. Curve your way through center all the way around to the other side. Coming to a side stretch on the other side, and then a couple of big circles. Reach your arm as far back as you can. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. And then again, curve through center all the way around to the first side. One big circle. When you get to the beginning, curve through center, all the way around, one big circle. And then this time, curve to center, and let's hang out there. And you might lean into your hands, your elbows, your forehead to the floor. Folding as deeply as you're able and relaxing into this shape, whatever shape you're in. Let's come back up, bring the hands to the floor behind us, roll your shoulders back, roll your elbows back, and then lift the chest. Take the chest as high as you can, sternum rising high. Last breath here. Release, come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs. So the other leg is in front or on top. Sitting tall, drop your right ear over to right shoulder. Press down through the left shoulder, stretching left side of the neck. Rotate your chin to your chest. Come over to the other side. Both shoulders drop. But now a little bit more through the right side, stretching right side of the neck. Rotate chin to chest. Come over to the first side. And then go back and forth, little half circles or 3/4 circles. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head, let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of your neck. And then release, arms down, head floats back up. Bring hands to the floor behind us. Again, shoulders roll back, elbows roll back. Lift the chest, take it as high as you can. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Roll your way up, and let's bring the feet to the floor, hip width apart. Shift your hands to the floor in front of your feet. We'll take a little rock front to back. As you rock your weight forward, you can look for a stretch through the toes. As you rock back, heading into calves, ankles, Achilles tendon. And then drop the heels, lift the hips. And come to hang and ragdoll. You might take a little sway or shake out, letting the upper body release. Feeling the weight of your head hanging, the weight of the arms dropping, each vertebrae dropping away from the one above it. Let's plant the hands near the front of the mat and step back into a high push-up position. Bring the whole body into a straight, long line. Feeling the strength of your core supporting you, lifting up from the underside. Shift your weight forward to lower down. And then come into your back bend. Cobra or up dog, as low or high as feels right for you. And then back to down dog, hips high. You might pedal out your feet or shift your hips side to side. Waking up different parts of your body through movement, through the light of your awareness. Let's bend the knees, look forward, and lightly hop or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, let's take the right leg up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent right knee. Go as slow as you need to. Feeling what you're doing. If this would work better from hands and knees, feel free to drop that left knee to the floor. You could also do this from your forearms. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a couple times, big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher. And then a big step forward. Let's come to a low lunge. If you want to pad the back knee, you can roll up the side of your mat, or if you have a blanket or cushion, you might use that.
Feel free to adjust the distance between your legs. So if when you sink your hips forward, there's a really tight angle on the knee or ankle, you might need to take the front foot a little further forward. And if you have blocks and it's at all difficult to reach the floor, grab your blocks. You can also use books, soup cans, things around your house. Let the hips release forward, looking for a stretch on the front of the left hip. You're welcome to keep your hands on the floor or your blocks. You can bring your hands to the front leg, your hips, or arms up. Last breath here. Release. Hands to the floor or your blocks. Take the hips back for a hamstring stretch with a top of the ankle stretch. Let's go in the direction of hips square, in the direction of a flat back, in the direction of folding, in the direction of your right foot flat, toes spread. And then as long as you're going in those directions, let the results be as they are. So your back may not be flat. Go towards it and maybe a little rounded. Your foot may not be flat. Go towards it. So the point of these poses isn't to create a shape. It's to go in certain directions and meet your edge. And because we all have different bodies, when we meet our edges, it will look different. It shouldn't necessarily look the way I'm doing it. This is me meeting my edge today. Let's shift weight forward. We'll come into a high lunge now. Tuck the back toes. Extend that left leg straight. Knee right above ankle on that front leg. Let's set up for a twist. Your left hand can be on a block or the floor. Lift the right arm up, going towards a straight long line through the arms. Notice how much weight is in your left hand. Can you make it less by pulling up even more through that top arm? Can you connect the end points, head in relationship with that back heel, top hand in relationship with the bottom hand? Last breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog. Now if you want to take a vinyasa, you're welcome. High to low push-up. Up dog or cobra to down dog. If you'd rather move in some other way, move in the way that feels right for you. Feeling what you are doing, whatever you're choosing. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Nice big circles, as big as you can make it. So again, it doesn't have to be as big as I'm making it. You're exploring your full range. It may look quite different, that's okay. But what we want to do is get to those tight places, the weak places, the awkward places. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a couple times. Both directions. And take your leg a little higher and then a big step forward. Low lunge. If your foot doesn't make it far enough forward, pick it up and bring it there, or shimmy the back foot back. Feel free to pad your knee. Feel free to grab blocks. Let the hips sink forward, opening up the front of the right hip. If you explored different arm positions, feel free to do that again on this side. Hands to the knee, the hips, arms up.
Last breath here. Release. Hands to the floor or the blocks. Take the hips back, hamstring stretch with a top of the ankle stretch, going in the direction of hip square. Draw that left hip back. In the direction of a flat back. In the direction of left foot flat. In the direction of folding. And then you meet your edge. And meeting our edges can occur in any number of ways. It might be an edge of understanding. If I'm describing something and you're like, what the heck is she talking about? You're meeting your edge. We all have them. And I have a belief that if we practice with regularity, with intention, there will be growth in understanding, in ability, in flexibility, strength, balance, well-being, all of that. But that progress happens at the rate that it happens, not faster. I like for it to be faster. That would be my preference. But how could it be faster than it is? So you're doing your best, given what you understand and are able to do. And then this is how it is, just like this, how it feels, how it looks. Is it possible to allow it to be like this? What is there to let go of, to let it be like this? Let's shift weight forward. Tuck the back toes, high lunge, right hand on a block or the floor, left arm up. Expanding past the fingers, past the top of the head. Can there be lightness in that bottom hand? So as we grow and learn, we can add layers and layers of understanding about this body, about the nuances of each of these poses, but only at the rate that happens. If you're just barely able to feel where you are, then be there. Can you feel your breath right here? Can you feel what's touching the floor? And then through practice, we're increasing what can we feel, what can we notice. Last breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog. Feeling what you're choosing to do, whatever that is. And then settle into a good rest. Any neutral shape. Down dog is one option. Child's pose is another. Sitting is another. Come to a shape that you can access ease. One more deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog. And into a pigeon pose, right side. We're going to slide the right knee forward. Scoot back through the left leg. You might adjust the angle of your front leg. You might use some props. You could slide a little something under the right hip. You could lean your forehead to your hands or a block. You could try a block under your chest. You could do a different pose that gets at the same area. If this one's not working for you, you can roll onto your back and do a figure 4 stretch instead. Is it possible to feel everything that this shape is stirring up in you? Whether it's boredom, overwhelm, intensity, subtlety, something else, something you don't even have words for. Is it possible to take it in, use what you're feeling to take action when that's useful? Of course, limited by what we understand and are able to do.
And then allow it. Surrender. Let's take our time, releasing, coming up. And again, any movement transition, so thinking of the transitions as a way to integrate what you've just done, maybe a vinyasa, maybe some other movement. What do you feel like doing right now? Can tap into the body's natural intelligence. From down dog when you're ready, pigeon pose, other side. Left knee forward, find the angle that suits you. What props are useful here? Letting go. And we are teaching ourselves how to let go. What does that even mean? A shortcut may be relaxing your face, slowing down your breath, dropping your shoulders. For me, sometimes letting go is letting go of a stressful thought, like there's a problem right now or it shouldn't be like this. Let's bring the upper body back up. Again, some movement transition, maybe a vinyasa, maybe something else. Part of this transition could be an intention to even out the two sides. They're never totally even, but is there anything you could do to bring balance? Let's come all the way through to sitting. Extend the legs out. Take the flesh of the sit bones back. If you want to sit up on something, feel free to put a little lift under the hips. Sit tall. Fold forward. You can use your hands to support you where it makes sense for you. So one way is to grab the feet. If you can't reach your feet, you could put something around them, a strap, scarf, dog leash, or go back to hands on the floor, and we're going in the direction of length, in the direction of folding. What is there to let go of in order to be here, just like this? Let's release, bring the upper body back up. Let's bend the knees a little bit, bring the soles of the feet together. So a big, wide open diamond. Again, sitting tall. This might be enough. If you're already at your maximum, can you sit here, tall, breathing, feeling what this is stirring up in you? If you're not at your edge yet, lean forward until you find it. So your hands can support you in front or behind you, going towards a flat back, towards folding. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Let's get set up for a supported fish. Now, if you have props, that's going to be a little bit easier. If you don't have props, look around your room. There may be something you could use instead. If you don't want to find something, do something else. So just check in with your body. What do you feel like doing right now? If you want to join me in supported fish, put something behind the upper back. Something could be a block, rolled up blanket, a towel, a cushion, a foam roller, a couple tennis balls. Have that something high enough that it's nowhere near the lower back where we already have a nice arch in this direction. We're trying to get into the upper back where many of us tend to hunch forward. If you picture what your body looks like if you're at your computer working with your hands in front of you, this is like a counter stretch to that. Depending on how high the thing is behind your back, you may want something else supporting your head so that the back of your neck is nice and long. Arms can be overhead or out to the side, legs bent or straight. Trying to lengthen the lower back. Letting go into the support underneath you. If you can't let go, if you can't relax your face and slow down your breath, it may be that you've chosen a position that's a little too intense for right now, in which case, take it down a notch. Put the thing that's behind your back lower or softer. Could even be just barely rolled up blanket, something 1 inch high. For some bodies, this is very intense. You want to meet yourself where you are. How much can you melt? How much can you let go? you want to stay longer, you're welcome. If you're ready to release, interlace your fingers behind your head. Lift your chin to your chest, taking the pressure off. Lean to one elbow so you can move your stuff out of your way. And then come down and rest. Feeling the effect of where you just were. Checking in with your body as to what might be needed now. Is there any last pose or stretch? Anything you want to do to feel complete in your practice? You can take the next couple moments to wind down any way you like. No right or wrong way to do this. While you're still doing your active practice, try and keep your breath deep, feel what you're doing. Each time you finish something, you can again ask, what's needed now? When nothing else is needed, start getting comfortable in your final resting pose. If you want to put on any layers or adjust your props or clothing, take your time. Eventually, settling into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Eyes closed or a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. Letting the weight of your body release. Letting go of the control of your breath. Letting go of any doing. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. You can move your wrists and ankles. And then stretch out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart.
Just taking a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for choosing to do yoga with me. I appreciate it. Please share this with others in your life who you think might benefit from it. Thank you for supporting me in all the ways that you do, liking what I'm doing, subscribing to my YouTube channel, liking my Facebook page, Chandra Cantor Yoga, joining me on Patreon, a monthly donor program. And financial contributions, Venmo, PayPal, checks are appreciated and not necessary. I feel really good about offering this freely to those who need it. And those who are able can pay. And hopefully that all works out. So far it's working out. So thank you.